Hello everyone, coming to kinematics problem solving class number 5 in one dimensional kinematics. So the question is, two balls are thrown simultaneously, a vertically upward with a speed of 20 meter per second from the ground and B vertically downward from a height of 40 meter with the same speed along the same line of motion. So you have to note it down, the with the same speed and along the same line of motion, at what point do the two balls collide? And take g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. So how we are going to approach? First of all, we'll draw this full process, how the things are going on. First, this is the ground, right? And here is the ball. And this is A. And this is thrown up, right? Suppose the two ball meet at a height of x, right? This is ball A, which is thrown upward. Similarly, one ball is at B. This is B, which is thrown vertically downward. So this is vertically downward. This ball is coming vertically downward, right? And meeting at point C. Suppose this is the point C, right? Because the question says that with same speed and along the same line of motion. So the ball A and the ball B, which is coming vertically downward, are along the same line of motion. So now this height is given as 40 meter, right? From where the ball is throwing vertically upward and from where the ball is coming vertically downward along the same line of motion, the distance which is covered is 40 meter. And this is given as, the speed is given as 20 meter per second when it's throwing vertically downward along the same line of motion. And this is given as, which is throwing upward, this also given as 20 meter per second. Understood? आगे भी हो गया. अच्छा अच्छा ठीक ठीक है रवन निकला है चेंज करें. So we have a speed of 20 meter per second. As I have already told you, we have to suppose the two balls meet at at a height of x from the ground after time t from the start. From the start. So how we are going to formulate is, first we will be considering for ball A, for upward motion of ball A, which is u equal to 20 meter per second. These are the given data, and g equal to minus 9.8 meter per second square. Why the gravity g is minus 8? Because it is going against the gravity, so we are giving it as a minus sign. So it is along the gravity, that means it's positive g, 9.8 meter per second square. If it is against, then we have to take it as minus. So what we have to find? So in this case we are going to use s equal ut plus half gt square, as simple as this. So u is 20, t is as it is, g is minus, so minus 1 by 2 into 9.8, and t squared is as it is. So the equation is 20t minus 4.9 t square. This is equation number 1. Understood? So let's erase it first. So for downward motion, so for downward, we already got the equation for upward motion, right? That is 20t minus 4.9 t square. That is considered as equation number 1. For downward motion of ball B, that is coming here again, when the ball is thrown vertically downward, that distance is already mentioned downward from a height of, can you see this, from a height of 40 meter, downward from a height of 40 meter. So since it is coming from downward and this distance is x, so the remaining one is 40 minus x, right? So now this is s, which is 40 minus x for downward motion of ball B, equal 20, which is already given for upward and downward motion, right, along the line. So this is 20 into t minus, since here g is 9.8 meter per second square, we have taken for minus 9.8 in case of against the gravity, when it is, but then the ball is thrown from ground to upper direction. But since it is coming from point B along the line of motion, so here we are going to take G as positive 9.8 meter per second square, right? So this is 20 into T plus 1 by 2 into 9.8 into T square. So when you solve it, you will get 20 T plus 4.9 T square, and which I am taking this as question number 2. So let's find out the time. You have to find time. Simply add equation number 1 with equation number 2. Add equation number 1 and equation number 2. So you will get 40 equal 40t, right? After adding, so t equal to 1 second. From equation 1, we are going to find the height from equation 1. Since we got t equal to 1 second, we are going to substitute here 20t minus 4.9 t square. When you put t as 1, so you will get this as 20 minus 4.9, right? Which is equal to 15.1 meter. Hence, we came to the conclusion, hence the two ball will collide after what time we find out? After 1 second at a height of 15.1 meter from the ground.